Hey, Taurus, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your October 2022 full moon reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Taurus and take a look at what this full moon on October 9th in the sign of Aries has in store for you. So just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links, Taurus, in the description box below. All right, so this full moon in the sign of Aries lands in your 12th house, Taurus. Your 12th house is all about spirituality. It's about hidden agendas, and it can be about endings as well. They are showing me the World card. So I feel like there's completions happening here for you. If you've been working really hard, you're going to see that something is close to wrapping up, something is ending in order for you to give birth to a new beginning here. So I really like what's showing up for you. Whatever is not aligned to your soul's purpose at this time, whatever hidden agendas have felt maybe secretive, or something you may have been hiding because you weren't ready to put it out there, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a new creative idea or a new growth expansion opportunity. I feel like the time is coming where you're wrapping a phase up here in your life and you're ready to bloom, you're ready to grow, you're ready to release into the universe. So I really like this for you, Taurus. Now you have your energy showing up here for you right away. You also have Libran energy, which we are in Libra season, and you also have Virgo. Now you may have these placements in your chart. You may be dealing with others who have these placements in their chart, or you're just embodying the overall energies here. And right away, we do have know your worth. Know your worth with this new moon in Taurus here. So if you are wanting to wrap up a cycle in your career, it is about you maybe asking for that promotion, asking for that raise. For some of you, you're wanting a job. You're wanting maybe even to resign and move elsewhere. So I do sense that listening to your intuition, you are being spiritually and divinely guided towards some sort of new path this month. And around the 9th of October, I feel like you are letting go and releasing any of the self-limiting beliefs, any of the restrictions or hidden agendas that you've had, or maybe other people have had towards you. I feel like there's some sort of truth coming out and you're aligning with that energy of newness, because again, they keep showing me that world showing up in my mind's eye, which I'll be curious to see if it shows up during your reading. But you also have Libran energy. Know that you are loved. If this is a relationship, some of you may have been keeping it on the low, and it may be the perfect time to announce or tell your friends or update that status on social media. So there's just an energy here about whatever you've kept hidden. I feel like you are putting it out there. For others of you, there is a time of, again, graduation. There's a time of accomplishment, victory, celebration. You are finally feeling like you're moving forward. You're feeling fulfilled. And if you're not, you're letting go of what's not fulfilling you, and you're embracing and moving in a new direction. Now, we also have Virgo. It's time to take action, inspired action as well. So this could be all about your creativity. This is about your passions, your desires, your career. It could be about projects, because I feel like after a time of maybe stagnancy or feeling uninspired or feeling burnt out or even a creative block, there's new inspired action here that you will be taking, especially mid to end of October. And it's going to allow you to really grow and blossom in whatever direction you've been wanting to go. So let's dive into your reading here, and we're going to take a look at where your energy is at, what you'll be focusing on manifesting around this full moon and releasing. We'll take a look at your untapped spiritual gifts and greatest strengths. We'll get messages from your spiritual team, along with how you've grown during this cycle, Taurus, and action steps that you can take to continue moving forward on your soul's journey. So what do we have here? We have the Hermit and we have the Two of Swords. So this doesn't surprise me because this Hermit energy can be a little bit hidden. It can be about spiritual and divine inner awareness here. So when we have the Hermit showing up here, this is about you gaining some introspection on your soul's mission, your soul's purpose here. Some of you are doing a lot of meditating, or you're gaining some self-knowledge about yourself. You're really going inward, and you may be doing that through solitude, taking a little bit of time out. Again, it could be through meditation. You may be paying attention to your dreams more so, but the Hermit energy can bring about a sense of, at times, loneliness, isolation, even rejection. So what I'm feeling for you, Taurus, is if that was you, something is coming to an end when it comes to being on your own or being lonely or feeling withdrawn or isolated. It's time to kind of come out of that box that maybe you felt in, or come out of that hermit shell, which I'm feeling that same type of energy here with Aries. So some of you may be on the Aries cusp as well. You may be feeling that. Some of you may have strong Aries in your chart as well. You may want to check out that reading. But with this Hermit energy, I feel like you're gaining some epiphanies, some soul searching that's going to allow you to kind of step out and use your newfound soul searching to make a decision that's going to impact your life for the better. Now, the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords is about finding the balance between the heart and the mind. The logical mind may be telling you you need to stay, or you need to do this, or you need to do that. But the heart saying that's not emotionally fulfilling to me. The heart is saying I must go in a direction that is going to bring me more pleasure, more joy. Also, they're giving me the word curiosity. So staying curious, which doesn't even go with this this energy of this card, but for some of you, it is about curiosity. Thank you, Spirit. They're also giving me the name Chris. So there could be Chris, Christiane, Christopher, Christofferson, Chris, could even be Christmas. It's Chris, but then there's some endings. Christiane or Christian. Or Crystal, please take that as it resonates. Now, that may be your name. You may be working at a place that has to do with those energies, or working with someone. Again, I feel Chris is the main energy, but then it almost trails off into a lot of different names or different words. So again, please take that as it resonates. But the Two of Swords here is about you being at a crossroads and you being able to finally let go of something, because spiritually, you know that you need to move forward and there is an ending. There's some sort of closure showing up here around this full moon. I just want to pull one more card here and see what is it exactly that you are in a crossroads with and how you can move forward. For some of you, it's family. Now, there's that curiosity card with the Page of Wands. But let's just take a look and get one. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Queen of Cups. Some of you may feel at a crossroads over love. It could be romantic love. It could be family. It could be a friend or a coworker. For others of you, you're feeling lonely because there may not be the type of love towards what it is that you do or in your life, whether it is companionship, friendships, family, or romance. But the Queen of Wands here, this is about someone who gives great advice, great support, great hugs. She's extremely intuitive. But when at times she feels like she goes back and forth, she may not trust her own intuition because she's highly intuitive. So Spirit is saying here that you intuitively know what to do, and you're being spiritually and divinely guided to this new direction, which may bring about some sort of ending, some sort of completion in matters of the heart. You've done some deep healing. Know your worth, know that you are loved, and it's time to take action in a new direction. But also you can see the seahorses here, and the seahorses can be about intuition and listening to your intuition as well. So it makes perfect sense with the spirituality showing up in that 12th house and about things that may be hidden. So let's take a look and see what you're focusing on manifesting and releasing at the same time, because this can be very powerful. 10 of Cups, healing some sort of family dynamic. It could be about healing from a situation that felt familiar or felt like you were part of some sort of emotional, they're giving me emotional restraints or restricted. You felt restricted or blocked from moving forward in a situation that's come to an end possibly. But this 10 of Cups, if this is career, this is about you setting the realistic goals. This is about you knowing that you're worthy of love. If this is about you wanting to go towards your emotional wealth, I feel like you're going to make a decision to do so if this is career. Now, if this is love, you are going to set yourself up in that energy of happily ever after. You're going to take care of the things within yourself that need healing. Some of you, there may be some sort of mending, there may be forgiving. Now, it doesn't mean that you're coming back together with an energy here, but it could be about forgiving and mending, because that's what it takes for you to heal. That's what it takes for you to move in this new direction here. So please take it as it resonates. Now, Taurus, we're going to take a look at your spiritual gifts. These are untapped spiritual gifts. So when we talk about untapped, it means that you've tapped into it, but you haven't fully integrated the spiritual gifts that you have here at 110%. We're going to take a look at the spiritual gifts, but then your greatest strengths as well. So let's pull a card here for greatest strengths. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, yes. I love this, Taurus. So your untapped gifts is the Knight of Wands here. This is about you knowing when to move towards something new. This is about you being that warrior, you being an instinctual leader, because you do get things done, Taurus. I feel like at times you really are able to follow through. When you say yes, it's saying yes because you mean it. When you say no, it's because it's a soul no. And I feel like your untapped spiritual gifts are not to rush impulsively into a situation or into a decision because your emotions may be taking over, or maybe your logical mind or your ego mind is saying to yourself, I need to do this, but you're really not listening intuitively to what you need to do. But this is something you will start to fully embrace, is your own instincts, your own intuition. And you will be able to do what it takes, whether that's jumping through hoops, whether that is you wrapping up a cycle, whether it's you gaining a promotion, whether it's you moving across the country, whether it is you opening your heart to new love. And some of you are saying, Melissa, my heart's been open. There's no love out there. Love shows up in all shapes, sizes, and forms. And typically love happens when you least expect it to. So Taurus, the Knight of Wands is about you brave enough to move forward into a new direction. And the spirits here are saying adventure awaits if you are brave enough, if you are ready to embrace this change, but go and let your intuition guide you. Let the spiritual side here guide you into this new beginning, because what your greatest strength is here is this King of Wands. You literally have the Knight of Wands going to the King of Wands. You will achieve this in your lifetime. Some of you are wanting to become entrepreneurs. Some of you business owners, businessmen or women. Some of you may be spiritual influencers, motivational speakers, or maybe world travelers, or maybe you want to touch people on a global level. Whatever this is here for you, you march to the beat of your own drum, Taurus. There isn't anything that when you set your mind to it, if it's coming from a place where your heart and your head are meeting in the middle, that's when the miracles start to really take place in your life. So the King of Wands here is all about you marching forward, but also doing so in a way that you're honoring your own soul's purpose, your own intuition. So I love this for you, but sometimes you may be fearful. Sometimes you may let that ego say, I can't do it, or I'm scared, or I'm fearful. But other times you may rush in impulsively. And this is saying here, just go with the flow, trust in your soul, trust in the hidden, okay? Because some things may be falling apart to bring about better opportunities, better love, better money, better finances, whatever this is for you. The universe wants you to be abundant, Taurus, and you will do what it takes here to achieve this King of Wands. Your greatest strength is to march to the beat of your own drum, to live life on your own terms, and for you to take charge of your own destiny. Okay, this is very, very powerful energy showing up here for you. Now let's get a few messages here from your spiritual team, your angels, your guides, your helpers, your loved ones, your ancestors, your pets or animals. What do we have here for Taurus? I'm actually going to pull from the spirit messages and also from the Work Your Light Oracle. And for those of you that are interested in any of the cards that you do see used during your reading, or any above here, you can find all of that information in the description box below. What else do we need to know for Taurus? Thank you, Spirit. All right, so what we have here from the Spirit messages, we have Animal Kingdom. Now, some of you have lost some animals or companion pets that have crossed over to the Rainbow Bridge. That may have felt made you feel a little bit lonely, isolated. That may have been your companion, your love. Know that you are loved. Know that you are supported here and that you will reunite. It says, animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us. They've been our spirit companion animals since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open your heart and soul. Now, for others of you, pay attention to the animals that cross your path around this full moon on October 9th, whether it is a raccoon, whether it's a horse, whether it's a hawk, or whether it is a caterpillar. Do pay attention and make sure that you are noting that, because Spirit is trying to get your attention through animals at this time. Some of you may be dreaming about animals such as bears or tigers as well. So if you're not sure what that means, intuitively ask. And if you still are having a difficult time, when all else fails, use Google and type in a dream interpreter or interpretation and see if that energy of what you search or what you read is aligned to what you're feeling intuitively. And that may be that curiosity energy that I was sensing earlier for you. So whenever we get the animal card, I always have to pull a card. I'm just going to take one from this the animal, spirit animal, and see what the message is for you. Oh, I love it. I was going to say horse earlier, but we have horse spirit, and it says freedom is yours. Some of you may be seeing horses. You may love horses. Maybe you're riding horses here, but know that freedom is yours. And that may be something you felt stuck in for quite some time. Next, we have cleanse. Full moons are all about cleansing, detoxing, letting go of anything that holds you back, but also setting yourself up for success, whether that's your body, your mind, or your soul here. It says your body, mind, and soul, I love it, are urging you to take some time out for some much needed cleansing. Taurus, just as you wash your car, clean your house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Some of you are doing some deep fall cleaning. Some of you may need to clean out your Tupperware or your pan drawers, I just heard, or even silverware drawers, because I just saw somebody trying to shove or push something in a drawer or a cupboard, and there's items either blocked, barricaded, or falling out. So if that is you, you may want to reorganize or do some cleaning, because that can actually help you release some things that you've been mentally going over in your mind. If you've been over analyzing a situation, or if you've been thinking about some sort of disconnect or pain that's happened, Taurus, I feel like it's a perfect time for you to cleanse. You also have the Believe card, and that makes sense because it says, know your worth, know you are loved. So with everything in you, I want you to believe that you're worthy of achieving that success, that job, that raise, that promotion, that business, whatever it is that you want here, whether it's that relationship, that family dynamic, that pet or animal, that relationship with your own children. Believe that it is possible, because the word impossible itself spells I'm possible. And even though things are outside of your control, what you can control, Taurus, is your response to situations. There may be a disconnect going on here, but you don't have to feel disconnected in yourself just because of a temporary situation here on earth. So I'm going to repeat that just so those of you who have been struggling with a person in your life or have been struggling in a dynamic within your career or your own health, remember that all of those things are temporary here on earth. When it comes down to it, the bigger picture is all about soul growth and for us to evolve on that level of emotional abundance as well as spiritual evolution, growth, evolving. And this really highlights that spiritual side, that spiritual sector. So knowing that even though there is disconnect and there has been things that have happened in your life, know that they're temporary and that they're part of a bigger perspective for you. But believing in yourself first and foremost. Some of you, it's about believing in your spirituality. It's about believing in a higher power, whatever that looks like to you. Now, what we also have is we have pillars of light. Oh my goodness. Actually, Aries ended up getting this exact same card. So like I said, some of you are on that Aries cusp or you have strong Aries placements in your chart. But it says here, pillars of light, and it says your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. And we talked about that kind of going upward. You are evolving with that Queen of Cups energy. She's someone who embraces that emotional healing energy, that empathetic, intuitive, psychic side of herself or himself. It doesn't matter if you're female or male, but you are the oracle. And I feel like this is about you listening to your own intuition, and you may know that something needs to end in your life. You have here, take a break. It says a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So yes, we as humans feel like we have to constantly be moving, that we have to constantly be creating or constantly be making money to be successful. And this, again, just as what I was saying, which I really love, is that may be why Spirit is saying it's temporary. It's a life's work. This is it's something for you not to give up on, because even though that circumstances and situations may happen outside of our control, this is what you meant to do here on earth. You've meant to overcome the challenges. You've meant to open your heart up and achieve whatever this 10 of Cups means for you. Emotional fulfillment, healing from childhood wounding or trauma, healing from a divorce, a separation, or a difficult period of your life. For some of you, you certainly want to manifest a family dynamic, strength and courage and trust and bonding. And I sense that this is going to be, and it has been, your life's work. It's not just something that you feel like, okay, I've done what I needed to do. I'm going to move on. But it's about you. Yes, you may move on in the temporary. You may move on with this person, but you're still evolving. You're still growing. And I feel like that's what you are recognizing this month. So let's take a look and see how you've grown. How have you grown, Taurus, during this cycle? There could have been some sort of hidden betrayal that's come out that caused some sort of an ending. And some of you are seeing the silver lining, or you're seeing spiritually why something had to happen the way it did. They just gave me that. For others of you, if this is a project or something you've been wanting to complete, I feel like it's time for you to wrap up this cycle in order for you to get going on either a new version, a new job, a new creative idea, a new relationship. But there's something that's definitely winding up here around October 9th into October 15th for you. Let's see what we have. There it is. Wow. Yeah, if you felt disconnected, you have literally the Lovers, Gemini energy, and you have the Five of Pentacles. So if you felt left out in the cold when it came to someone very, very important to your heart, important to your soul, know that it's temporary, okay? And it doesn't mean that it's temporary and this person's going to come back and everything's going to be great, but know that here on earth, this situation is temporary. And a lot of times, when we do cross over or go home or go to the other side, as I like to call it, we see things in a different perspective, and we see the roles that we needed to play in certain people's lives. You've heard of near-death experiences. Sometimes when we die, we have that wheel coming over of everything that we've ever done, the words that we've said. It's like life flashes before you, because really it does. and you're able to see how the things that other people have said, including yourself, affect others. And what I am sensing here for you is you've really evolved. You've went from a place of feeling isolated, of feeling rejected or lonely, which we've talked about in the beginning here. So whether this was 20 years ago, 20 months ago, or 20 days ago, I feel like you're coming back together here. Your heart is mending in a really beautiful way. And I feel like you are fully knowing you're loved with this Libran energy. There's going to be proof here in October that you are loved, and it may show up in the form of an animal that licks your hand or your face. It could be in the form of a new lover or a new friendship or a new family member that you've been estranged from. For others of you, this is about connecting to your own heart and going in a direction that you feel emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically fulfilled finally, after a time of maybe feeling a little bit alienated. So let's take a look and see what action steps, Taurus, you can take to continue growing, continue thriving, and continue living that soul's purpose. What do we have here for Taurus, please? Wow, a lot of love. Now, some of you may have been in a situation where either you weren't committed to someone or you weren't fully committed to your life's purpose as well. I feel like that could be coming to an end because you have the Hierophant and the Two of Cups. So when the Hierophant shows up, this is about divine guidance. This is you. This is Taurus energy. This can be about your beliefs, your morals, your traditions. Some of you, there was a teaching opportunity here to gain some soul lessons, to really learn as well. Now, in the past, you may have been in a situation that was, they just gave me the word, and I'm not even quite sure, disbarred. You may have been disbarred from a situation here, or you just felt disconnected, like you weren't emotionally there, or someone wasn't available to you, or maybe you weren't committed to your career path or committed to your soul's growth, mission, or purpose. But the Two of Cups shows up here. And in order for you to continue moving forward, the Two of Cups does talk about important partnerships. It is about healing from the past trauma, whether it was a separation, a divorce, or it could have been where you weren't willing to let love in due to some sort of rejection or pain. There could have been unrequited love between you and another person, or between what it was that you did for a living. It was unrequited. Get ready to end that cycle, because that's what I feel in the very beginning here. If you felt disbarred from anything here, expect to kind of come together is what I am sensing. And the things that you're not committed to on that soul level, on that spiritual level, I feel like you're moving on from. There's a new direction, a new journey, a new beginning here. So allow this full moon to really shine in on the things that have felt hidden, or things that you've suppressed, or the things that you haven't quite healed, Taurus. And I do sense that you're coming together with the things that you're spiritually aligned with, including people, places, and things, and the things that are detrimental or toxic to your soul's growth. You're saying, sayonara, this isn't for me any longer. I'm moving on. I'm healing. I've healed from this situation. It's time to move forward in that new beginning. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. It looks to be a very, very powerful full moon in that 12th house, which again is all about closures and endings. So whatever you need to let go of, this is the perfect month to do it. I even suggest writing it down on a piece of paper, burning it, or even putting it under the full moon, or burying it as well, grounding that energy and knowing that there is a bigger purpose. There is a better spiritual mission, or an energy that aligns with you more so than something that you've partaken in here. So I hope this resonates, Taurus. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell, Taurus. And I am sending all of you beautiful souls tons of love and light. Thanks for tuning in.